Hi, my name is Kara Suneja, and this is our group's presentation for the Call Management Center project. In this presentation, we will be discussing the case, the problems we face, the different redesigning techniques used in our project, such as activity diagrams, collaboration diagrams, and class diagrams, as well as other visual modules to ensure that the travel company has a better understanding of the improvements in the system. The presentation will include with the potential advantages and disadvantages of the new system. The case is of a major traveling company which has implemented a call management center. The system will help in the flow rate of calls to support the relationship management with customers as it is essential for the performance of the sales and holiday packages with features such as inbound and outbound calls as well as matching of RM and customers through RM profiles which will lead to a better success rate for the relationship managers. The approach we took. So, the step one of our approach is empathizing with the customers. New customers and non potential buyers will experience a different level of service from the company. Some consumers might think that the company is very discriminating as they judge based on where people live or how much they earn. Hence, it is important to empathize with our customers. Step two is defining. It's important to define the problem, advantages, and disadvantages, and get to know and understand the background of the company before making any decisions. Step three is ideation. In this stage, we brainstorm the different ideas such as implementing SMS or email instead of cold calling for outbound calls. Step 4 is prototyping. We decided that web chat and SMS seemed like the most attractive idea from the ideation process, which could potentially be turned into a prototype and used with a few customers. Finally, we have step 5, which is testing, where the company can slowly implement the use of web chat to a small number of customers first to make sure that the prototype works perfectly. I will now hand it over to How to discuss use case diagrams.
Hi, this is Hao, and I'm going to go through the one of the work products diagrams, which is use case diagram. And for this use case diagram, we have three actors: inbound customers, outbound customers, and relationship managers. For the inbound customers, they have to provide details at first, and they can call via the system. And actually, for the busy time, the inbound customer should wait for relationship managers. Uh, but this is only a main flow from the use case of call via the system. And for the outbound customers, they also provide details, call via the system, and all of the outbound customers should wait for to connect to a relationship manager, and they make a deal with the relationship managers. And for relationship managers, they have to provide individual information uh, via taking questionnaire, and they can receive calls and serve uh, to make a deal with the customers. And welcome to Rina to talk about the activity diagrams.
Today, I'll talk about my activity diagram, which is about the relationship between the RM and the system. And it all starts from the RM, which gives the information to the system. Then the system will verify the answer. After the system had verified the answer, the system will provide a 10 questions questionnaire for the RMs to answer. And after the RM had filled out the questionnaire, the RM will have to wait for the approval from the system. And if the system approved, then it is done. However, if the system does not approve, the RM will have to answer the questionnaire again. And next activity diagram is about the inbound calls during normal time. It all starts from the customer who dials the phone number, and the CMC will receive the call and will request for the customer's detail. After the customer has provided all of the details such as the postcode and surname, the CMC will verify the score. And if the customer has got a high score, the CMC will connect the RM or the relationship manager to the inbound customer or to the customer. And then during the calls, the customer will ask the RM about the product, and then the RM will explain all of the products to the customer. And if the customer has understood, the customer will make a deal and will pay for the ticket. And for the customer with a low score, the customer will be put on hold or pending. And after the RM is already free or is already available, the CMC will connect the pending customer to the RM, and then the RM will assist the customer. And for the last activity diagram, which is on inbound calls during busy times, it all starts from the customer dialing the phone number. Then the interactive voice response unit will receive the call. And the interactive voice response unit will ask for the reason from the customer. After the customer had answered the reason, the interactive voice response unit will validate the answer. And then the automatic call distributor will direct the customer to the RM if the RM is available. However, if the RM is not available, the customer will be put on hold and the customer will have to wait for the RM till the next RM is free. And after it is directed to the RM, then the system is done. And next, Sam is going to talk about his activity diagram on outbound calls. Thank you.
Thanks, Renard. To summarize this activity diagram for the outbound activities, the profile system will dial a target customer randomly, and while doing so, the system will compile a profile that the relationship manager will use via the profile database. If the customer does not pick up the call, the system will find another target. Once the call has been connected, the database should already provide a script to communicate with the customer. Once the relationship manager asks about the product, the customer will decide whether or not to purchase the product. If so, the relationship manager will start finalizing the transaction and wrapping up the call. In the next diagram is the class diagram where it shows the overall call management center information system. To summarize, employees will get processed via the questionnaire provided, which will include employees' details, and those questions will be processed into compiling an RM profile class, which involves different strings data including culture, language, and work experience. The RM profile will assign to different relationship managers positions, which will be assigned to the target customer. Both inbound and outbound customers have similar data, but their call is being processed differently, as outbound customers is picked via the customer profile tool, and the target list is targeted for the inbound. Lastly, the interface class shows the process of relationship managers can search, book, or cancel tickets, and the ticket class involves both relationship managers and customers to fill in the details for the ticket, the date, time, and the flight number. The next diagram is the collaboration diagram for the relationship manager, as it shows the overall behavior of the process as the relationship manager is analyzed by the customer profile tool, which, as mentioned before, managers were picked by the RM profiles, and the managers will be assigned to target lists that matches with the support ticket. The next is the diagram like the previous collaboration diagram, but it shows the customer's perspective, as it shows how the customer is being chosen by the customer's profile tool or target list, depending on which type of customer were you. And once the connection between the relationship manager and the customer is established, the ticket process will begin, and the manager will book the ticket as well as the customer providing the details. Next, I'll pass it to Hai, who will be talking about the conclusion.
Hi, this is Hao again, and I'm going to go through the conclusion. And first, this is our reflections. We have 4 sprints, and each week is 1 sprint. When we have each week we have sprint plan and sprint review meeting, and at last we have a sprint retrospective meeting to examine and give some feedbacks to others about whether we have to properly for the tasks for the sprint. And this tasks that we have done, milestones, and for the impacts for the system, the advantages should be it could increase the efficiency of the company, and the company this will allow the company to respond to various types of pressures, which can be market pressure, technology pressure, and legal pressure. And for the disadvantages, if the system fails, it could lead to substantial financial loss and bankruptcy even. and actually that's because it should be invest a large amount of money, which is also a drawback. And customer would quit choosing the company, and even in the future they can choose others because they think maybe this company is bad, their system has problem, and this is all for today's presentation. Thank you very much.